Alrighty, gang. We are back after a little bit of a brief hiatus. Not really that brief. It's just puzzle gauntlet, whatever else. But we got Gorr the God Butcher, and we got the rest of the PvP simulator to finish off. So we're gonna get to Gorr because again we're time limited here. As per usual with boss battles, you get your set of rewards here from CP all the way to ISO 8 to a bonus random boost. And each time when we fight the boss, as we get further and further into the stages of the boss gets a little bit more difficult to say the least, as well as the side pins, uh, and you know the the higher in the event you go, the more powerful the side pins will be, and then also too, by the time you get to the final day, you know things will be a little bit more difficult for certain rosters to handle. But alright, we're gonna look at Gorr, take a look at his powers, take a look at all the boosted characters that we got, and then also too talk about why a lot of people hated the most recent boss event with Gargantos. So I brought out 3-star team because I haven't used them yet because I've been flying through trying to see whether or not how my team is doing. So we'll look at Gorr's powers real quick. We're not gonna turn animations on because Storm, Hulk, and Kamala Khan, that's gonna be annoying. So Edge of Spite and Shadow. This costs 9 black. So it says it does damage to a random enemy for each one of the shadow minion tiles that's on the board. So as you can see, there's 5 shadow minion tiles on the board. Then if the target has less than 30% health remaining, you know, down the target. Otherwise, Gorr deals damage equal to 20% of the target's maximum HP, ignoring all strikes and projectiles, and then passively, Gorr can't be stunned or sent airborne. Nightmare Fuel. This costs 7. It's both an active and a passive. Actively creates a 4 1-turn fortified black shadow minion repeater tiles, a max of 8 that deal 161 damage to a random enemy. And then passively, at the start of the battle, he creates 5 1-turn black shadow minion repeater tiles, and again, that's going to probably increase the further and further we get into the fight. Gorr takes 10% less damage from enemy matches and abilities, you know, as long as they're on the board. And then while Gorr has 1 or more Shadow Minion tiles on the board, he takes no extra damage from enemy strike tiles. So he pretty much says you can't bring in Rocket and Groot or anybody else that has strike tiles because you can't take advantage of it, because you won't be able to do the extra damage. And then if one of the Shadow Minion repeater tiles, if they're destroyed, then he gains 2 AP in yellow. And then finally, on your weapons is passive at the start of the battle, and whenever enemy places more than 5 strike, attack, or projectiles on the board in a turn, at the start of Gorr's turn, he converts any of those new enemy tiles into basic tiles, then deals damage per tile, and then he creates a countdown tile that deals damage to twice the converted total match's damage, and then also his match damage is increased. So we got pretty much a mouthful to deal with Gorr, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, now let's set up more of Hulk's anger. There we go. I don't know where we're gonna heal all this here off, so I'm not really worried about it. Let me see if I got any match 5s on the board first. No. We got a boatload of green, so yellow? Yeah, that'd be my best bet. Now I'll convert black. Now purple, because that'll give me a match 5. Possibly. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm using my non-realized storm. What I mean by that is she's now didn't have enough in her yellow AP to prevent a lot of the to destroy enough of the team up tiles. That's what we're looking for. But again, we just want Hulk to get angry, get these tiles on the board. Got a match 5 here in the green. Again, even if it adds tiles to Gorr, then again we're pretty much in control of the board, because again we'll be able to heal almost anything that Gorr deals to us. Again, let's get favorable colors. Let's go with blue. Get another match 5 here. Get yet another match 5. I know we're doing reduced damage because of, you know, Gorr, but hey, this is probably one of the safer methods to get rid of Gorr the God Butcher that some users would have. So there you go. So in round 7, we at least know that a 3-star team does work against Gorr the God Butcher. And that's the one thing that I always want to do. I always want to make sure that at least the boss can be beaten with 3 stars. Anything else, not so much. Alright, so now we can talk about the reason why a lot of people didn't like the last boss event. So with the Dark Avengers, it was mainly because everybody else in people's rosters was locked out, and if you got characters that really have no synergy with one another, you know, that kind of makes things, you know, really unfun for a lot of players in the game. So that's one thing that I hope that the new dev team does, is like they don't try and make things unfun for your player base, because you know folks will let you know. So now, speaking of loners, well, I mean not loners, but required characters, Valkyrie. She is a red, black, and yellow user. Her red ability, Dragon Fang Fury, it will deal damage to the target between 3 and 5, 4 and 5 times, depending upon where you have her power at. At level 5, why not? It's a 5 blows of 7,000 damage. Yeah, why not? Okay. That was weird. Next we're gonna look at Bounty Hunter. This is her passive ability that's pretty solid. At the start of the turn, if one doesn't exist, creates a 5-turn black countdown tile targeting a random enemy, and then once you meet the damage threshold for that random enemy, or that enemy happens to be down, then you'll gain 4 AP in your strongest color, destroy it 4 AP in the enemy's strongest color, but you gotta do it before the countdown tile expires. If it doesn't, then the countdown tile just pretty much does nothing. And then finally, the best defense, which is her other passive ability. Whenever an ally takes whatever the listed damage threshold is, she'll create 2 yellow strike tiles of consistent damage. And now notice it says when an ally. Now, if multiple allies take a hit, well, it's gonna be multiple strike tiles on the board. And then, as long as an enemy has at least 8 AP in a color, or less than 8 AP in a color, then friendly matches in that color will deal extra damage as well. So this is one thing that I always forget about the extra match damage in that color there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll with Dragon Fang Fury at 5, because I want to get rid of folks pretty quickly. Normally, is like depending upon who or what I'm using Valkyrie with. You know, if I'm using her with Shang-Chi, then yeah, Dragon Fang Fury is gonna be at 3. But if you're rolling her by herself, you know, as like the primary damage dealer, then yeah, you probably want to drop her black and 5. I mean black to 3, I should say. No, no, I did. Okay, it's the decoy. Decoy. Alright, we'll go ahead and deal the damage. Oh, well, there's X Enforcer. Alright, now there's X Enforcer. That kicked in. I was kind of hoping that the best defense would have kicked in, but alright, now who is that on? Defender. Okay, cool. That'll give us our black. Alright, Photonic Barrage. Let's see here. Countdown for what's on blue. Cool. Let's heal up Deadpool real quick. Dragon Fang Fury. Go ahead and match this blue. Do a little bit of damage to Dr. Doom, and there you go. Now Valkyrie obviously will work against Gorr since his strongest color happens to be black. You know, you could probably roll like this here. And I missed the match 5 anyways. Okay, that'll work. Nope. Alright. Speaking of boosted, well, I haven't even looked at the other boosted characters. Okay, well, here's Star-Lord, also makes Volume 2. So again, here, the theme, obviously behind this here, boss event is, you know, Thor, Love, and Thunder. So pretty much every character that may or may not have appeared in Thor, Love, and Thunder, or I should say the characters that are related to the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor as well. So again, someone like a Yondu, he's boosted. 5-star Gamora, she's boosted. Drax, the Destroyer, etc., etc. And then Loki, you know, they're boosted too. So a lot of characters to choose from to do your thing against, or do your thing with, I should say. Now, obviously, against Gorr, I'm not gonna be bringing in Rocket and Groot because that's kind of dumb. Alright, Ravager's Ruse. Let's take some of that red away. But we do have ways to get around Gorr's little shenanigans here. So, if you happen to have my good friend Morbius, then we'll be rolling with him. Let's break up with Moon Knight, why not? And then Yondu, you know, we'll have a somewhat, it's not really a balanced team, but, you know, we do have ways to to get around Gorr's shenanigans. Like feeding frenzy, boom. As I can notice, it bypasses the whole Gorr gaining yellow, so win-win-win. Drop it down that way. Yeah, we can match purple. Why not? Cool. Let's destroy some of those tiles there with feeding frenzy. Yeah, that'll actually finish them off. I was gonna get a little cute with it, but nah, just punch him in the face as a Avatar Khonshu. Alright, Drax again. This Doctor Strange, Mystique, and Spider-Man again. Don't really have to explain too much about Drax. Black will destroy special tiles on the board, which is always a good thing. It's purple anytime a countdown tile happens to reach 0. He will deal damage to the enemy team. So I got an idea behind that there with Hawkeye. Hawkeye always wants countdown tiles, and that's a good thing. And so does our good friend Shumagarath, if I can find them. And then let's target Doctor Strange. Ah man, I was hoping that you weren't gonna gain any red AP, but oh well. We'll steal that AP again. So it looks like we're just stealing red AP for the time being. Oh well. Let's go ahead and slice and dice Spider-Man, and then use the remaining bits of the AP to go ahead and increase our damage a little bit. And see, there's Drax doing his thing. Each time one of my countdown tiles expires, they boom. There's gonna be Drax twice. Boom. Seeing a lot of banners going off. And then boom. Drax is another character that can get around the whole Gorr the God Butcher, having black AP to well, the Nightmare Fuel tiles, I should say. Jeez. Let's not allow him to have yellow. Not right now, anyways. Again, remember, Gorr can't be stunned, so us firing off Hawkeye's bolt arrow, that'd be kind of a bad decision. Alright, now we got our wave nodes. Ooh, we get to talk about Jane Foster Thor. This is a character that I'm definitely waiting for her to enter tokens. As a matter of fact, she enters tokens next Thursday when the season starts. But this is what I would say to do. Uh, find out who the next 5-star character is, whomever they are. Well, we know that it's going to be a villain, but we don't know if it's going to be. I mean, how can I put it? Some people are speculating that it's going to be a Spider-Man villain because of the quote-unquote web tiles that this character is supposed to use. And once we see how those powers there interact, um, you can mainly make your determination there, because it'll be whether or not you want Jane Foster Thor, Jane Foster Mighty Thor, Gargantos, and Kamala Khan, or this person here that's coming up to replace Shuma Gorath, and Mighty Thor and Kamala. But again, definitely don't miss out on Mighty Thor. That's one character. If I were people, yeah, I would definitely try and chase after, because of her Tau Destruction. So let's look at her powers real quick. Alright, Feel the Thunder. This costs 6 in red. So she deals damage to the target, and then she'll deal damage per charge tile on the board, and then an additional amount of damage for each charge tile that's been destroyed in battle. And then she converts 2 random basic tiles into charge tiles, at least at level 3. Then at level 5, increased damage, all across the board, and then she still converts to 2 random basic tiles and charge tiles. So this one here I probably put in the 5, Feel the Thunder. Dr. Thor is a passive and an active ability. As you can see, this is a wall of text, and we're gonna try and break it down as much as we can. Her active portion, which costs 7, she converts 4 random basic tiles into charge tiles, and then at higher levels, at level 5, it's 5 random basic tiles into charge tiles. Alright, then passively, which I think is actually a pretty cool passive without going into too much detail about Thor Love and Thunder. I like the way how they made this power set here feel like when she's using Mjolnir. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so at the start of the battle, Thor will convert 2 random basic tiles into charge tiles at level 3. At level 5, it's 3 random basic tiles. And at the beginning of her turn, she'll convert 1 random basic tile into a charge tile. And if Thor has 8 or less AP in any of her strongest colors, at the beginning of her turn, and whenever she uses an ability, she'll destroy 1 random adjacent tile. For each charge tile, it's a 2 each charge tile on the board, prioritizing special tiles first. And of course, destroyed tiles don't generate AP. Well, it generates AP, but it doesn't deal damage. So the long and short of it is this: when you fire off Dr. Thor, so you're firing this power here off first, so that you can convert random basic tiles and charge tiles, then having the tile destruction happening from this blue ability here to give yourself more charge tiles on the board, so that you can activate her red ability to add more charge tiles, and then more shenanigans, and more tile destruction, and more chaos. And then finally, Share the Love. Costs 8 yellow. This destroys all charge tiles on the board, and then for each charge tile destroyed, she deals the listed damage to a random enemy, and then she'll convert 3 random basic tiles into charge tiles, and of course, destroyed tiles don't deal damage, but they generate AP. So this one here, you want to use this one here pretty much last. It's like, or I should say, if your board doesn't have enough charge tiles on the board, share the love off first, so that you're not behind the 8 ball. Because again, this kind of reminds me of Storm's black ability, where she destroys all the tiles on the board, and then deals damage accordingly. So we're gonna be using Gator Loki, because again, they with their death roll ability, yeah, sure. All right, so then we got two new minions, at least for this event here. We're gonna talk about them real quick. So Amalgamated Shadow is the first one that we see. So they have a black and purple abilities. One's active, one's passive. So passively, at the start of the battle, when summoned, and for every 25% health they lose, the shadow goes invisible for 1 turn, and then when they return from being invisible, they'll deal 95, 55 in damage, so almost close to 10,000 damage. And then Lurk, when they get 7 purple AP, they'll create a 3-turn countdown tile that deals damage to the character, and then converts 4 random basic tiles to black. So our main thing that we want to do, we want to have our Dr. Thor out in front. Let her tank a little bit. Do her little random destruction, and then deal with the aftermath of everything else. So let's see here. We're gonna have to get some help. Alright, Gator Loki's, giving us a little bit of health. Alright, and there's the Amorphous Shadow. So this is the second character that's in the game. So they're green and yellow, so their creep ability creates a countdown tile that targets a random enemy, and it deals damage to that character, and then converts 3 random basic tiles to yellow. And an ambush also creates a 3-turn countdown tile that deals damage to the target, then destroys 3 random strike, attack, and protect tiles, and obviously doesn't deal damage. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and get away from the damage that we're gonna receive from any of the stuff that they're about to do. So Pet Avengers assemble, get airborne. You can convert those there into black. That's fine by me. Come back from being airborne. Boom. Gator Loki's now invisible again. Alright. Feel the thunder. Boosh. Again, add some more charge tiles from Throg. Alright, make sure that we don't, until we're at that 25% threshold. Throg says, nah, you get that damage that redirected to you, amigo. Alright, Dr. Thor again. Again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that we deal enough damage to where, yeah, that gets triggered. Now, we're going airborne to literally avoid all them shenanigans. Alright, Throg can go out in front. Nope, that's negated, and you're dead. Alright, let's get... Now we're going airborne. Again, just to avoid the fade. Alright, add charge tiles on the board. Do a little bit of board shake. Cool, there's Magneto. Alright. Well, let's I guess get rid of Magneto so that we can get our AP, get the AP that we need. So alright, now let's go ahead and get airborne. So we don't catch that fade. You guys can lurk as long as you want to. Again, Pet Avengers assemble, get airborne, avoid that fade, and then you can catch a fade, and then you can catch a fade too. So again, as I showed you, there's ways to get around, making sure the enemy doesn't attack you while you got some characters on the board. Let's see here. I need another charge tile user that's not, well, we'll go, I can't really go with Lockjaw because Throg is tanking, so, and I don't want to use any 5 stars because that would defeat the spirit of it. I mean, I could go back with Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, but we've already seen that they're in action, so I guess America. Go with Vulture and X-23. Why not? Because at least Lore will be tanking a couple of colors. And then once you get Vulture Airborne, well, he'll be alright. There's Frena Mi Gente. Again, get a little bit of an AP lead, at least against Gorr. Now it's Circle and Prey. Grab this black so that we can stay airborne. Take it to the multiverse. Get rid of some of those repeater tiles. Alright, now we'll go ahead and no longer hold back with X23. And again, as long as we have blue AP for Vulture, he'll continue to destroy those black countdown, black repeater tiles, so that we're always having black AP. So. Alright, and then the final wave node is with Thor Modern, the 3-star Thor, though I highly doubt I'm going to be using him because, well, let's just say he's going to be dead weight for whatever we're going to use him for. But instead, I'm going to go with Gamora, Agent. Well, we've already used Hawkeye in a fight, but we will use Gamora though, but we won't be using her with her deadliest woman. Instead, she's gonna be the primary damage dealer. I mean, I could break up the 5-star Gamora too, but I want to have a little fun. So break out with her, then Mantis, and I guess oh, 4-star Carnage. Yeah, that'll work. Now you're probably wondering, like, wait, what? Yeah, anytime we match away any of the enemy special tiles, and I happen to do this here right with Incapacitate, they're gonna be dealt damage, or Mantis is gonna put them asleep. See, 4-turn stun. He's either a 4-turn stun or gonna deal some damage. Alright, let's see here. Let's go this way. Mantis, aren't you supposed to be turning? Oh, our purple tiles are locked up. Like, oops. Oh well, let's board shake it a little bit. So, well, I can't avoid catching the fade here, so. Somebody got stunned for 4 turns. That would have added a counter tile on the board. Though I think we're gonna add one here this turn here. So. And again, if I need to heal, Mantis can heal. So we're not. See, like with oversharing, boom. Again, we're healing. I probably should have been targeting this countdown tile here. Wasn't paying attention. Alright, now either somebody's getting stunned or somebody's taking damage. Okay, we'll go with dealing damage for 500, Alex. Alright, now next. Let's incapacitate. Carnage rules again. Let's destroy. Let's destroy some tiles. Alright, let's see here. Alright, get ready to say goodbye to the hood. Oh no, you took away my red. Whatever will I do? An easily matchable tile is what we're looking for. I don't have an easily matchable tile, not yet anyways. Again, could I went there? Yeah, sure, but I don't know what's going to be dropping on the board. That's going to hurt a little bit. Alright. That's easily matchable. Cool. Somebody just got stunned. So you got stunned too, Clint. Let's get rid of Clint because he's got the shorter countdown tile of the two. Go ahead and deal the random damage from Mantis. Again, more random damage from Mantis, hopefully. Okay, that'll stun, cool. Kingpin's about to wake up, but I think he might be gone. Yep. And I'll let Mantis Manus take the lead there. So like I said, as you can see there, that's using, you know, a popular character. Well, not really a popular character, but it's, you know, changing things up a little bit. So using Mantis's stun ability to fuel off of Gamora, and then Gamora, you know, she can do her deadliest woman. They get that to activate, you know, provided you got enough purple tiles on the board, or you're not flooding the board with too many purple tiles, I should say. All right, now last but not least is why I probably have to use Nebula. Why not? I haven't used her yet. She's the only Guardian that I haven't used, so yeah. So her, I guess might as well use the 3-star Thor, and then I guess build to round it off. Oh, well, I would have went with Jane Foster Thor. Yeah, let's go with Jane Foster Thor. Why not? Say roll with at least 2 or 3 Thors. Maybe in a later event, or later on for myself, I'll go with 3 Thors. I can't activate that just yet because I don't have strike, attack, and protect tiles on the board. Yeah, I wanted to do that there on purpose. And he's gonna match away his green anyway, so. Cool, match 5. Yep, not enough to use that power. Oh well. I already said it's a max of 8. I'm honestly surprised that. Now yeah, there's a way to get around Gorr's shenanigans. Let's just create 1 every turn, or every other turn at least. Alright, and then all we gotta do is get enough green, and I think we'll have enough green here from the 3-star Thor. Oh, or we'll just deal damage because of the attack tile. It's fine by me. So that's gonna end this video here. We're about halfway through round 7. By the time we're done, I think we'll have all the required stuff. But for those that do care, so you have here's the rewards. Rocket and Groot, shards for Mighty Thor, shards for Gorr the God Butcher, and then a red Mighty Thor for those who reach the personal progression at 900, and then for alliances you get at round 8 a blue cover for Thor. So essentially, if your alliance does well, you get, well, if you do well, you get a cover of Thor. If your alliance does well, there's a second cover of Thor. So for some people, you know, this will be their second cover. For me, it'll be my third because I've already got a blue from the store that she was featured in. And then we got the Waking Nightmare store here. I got these tokens here from the Shimmer Gorr Boss Event. So we'll pull until I get something good. If I get a legendary token, cool. If I get a 4-star cover, cool. Anything else, you know, hey, that feeds into our roster. I don't know why I couldn't think of that there. Or, you know, you could save these tokens here because this will be running back again in a couple weeks. From what I understand, it's going to be a heroic version, so you'll be using limited characters. So, and there we go. 8 pulls, get a 4-star Drax Destroyer. I think that helps us out. And yeah, that is definitely gonna end this particular video. But in the next video, well, we gotta go ahead and finish up our climb to 2K so that we can get even more covers for the God Butcher as I recruit Rocket and Crew. And that doesn't get any cheaper there, that 2,000, but you know, I probably should turn animations on, but oh well. Again, like I said, we were pressed for time. If I get a chance to do round 8, we'll do round 8 and look at all the things that Gorr does in round 8. So, see you guys in a little bit.